Welcome back, Technology Labs. And if you guys see any waters, because I just got a sour, and haha YouTube, you can't ban me for appropriate content because I'm not naked. I have a towel and a seat over me. I hope I hooked the microphone down. Hooked that up. Anyway, you guys cannot ban me. Anyway, I was to look at my notifications on my dad's phone because my iPhone XL doesn't get you until Monday. So I saw then apparently there's gonna be an Apple iPad Mini 5, a iPad bin gate, and more iPhones. But I was in the tub thinking, how I stumbled on Apple? It was 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember.
Was it the tree in the backyard in Avon?
No. It's 2 or 3 years ago, back in Topeka. And I remember having this old CET Maven phone. And I called Apple because, well, I didn't know who made it at the time. And I called AT&T and they said, oh, we'll have to give you over to Apple. Not knowing who Apple was. I thought they made CET. And, the woman I spoke with, crap, I don't remember her name, it's been 2-3 years ago, said, but this ain't iPhone. And they were really nice, so it's like, yeah, I call AT&T back, I go, this is not an iPhone, and they go, well, we don't know where it is. I go, if I don't know where it is, you don't know where it is, and Apple don't know where it is, then where is it? They go, a Samsung. Because nobody knows what Samsung is. It's so stupid, it's so crappy, nobody knows where it is. No. Okay. Guess there goes my sponsor from Samsung. Yeah, but the woman said that I should get an iPhone. I go, how much does it cost? And crap, this was back, let's see, 4 years ago, up in 2015, when the iPhone 6 came out, or, no, iPhone 5. Yeah, iPhone 5 or 5S.
I got you a 5.
No, you didn't. This was a couple years ago. You got me the iPhone 4. Anyway, when the iPhone 5 came out, I think, and it said about $500. I go, that's not really expensive, because back then we had a little bit of money coming in every month. And I said, then. But she goes, and we also got Apple Care. And heck, I've not thought about this in 3 years. When I first got my first iPhone, the iPhone 4, which my mom bought for me, turned out to be a total piece of crap. Apparently, iOS 11 does not work on the iPhone 4. Don't try it. But it was pretty good, The graphics weren't bad. It just reminds me more of the iPhone 8 thing, because it had the glass back and so. And this was like 2 or 3 years when she bought, or 2 years ago when she bought for me. And it's like, okay, I was just experiencing Apple for the first iPhone that I have had. And then last year I bought my SE. And this year I'm getting the iPhone XR, which we all think about 5 months.
You're going to be dead.
See, my mom's buying me it. And she keeps threatening me YouTube will call cops. Besides, it says we have 400 subscribers, we get paid. Almost there, son. Anyway, it's been a couple years since I thought of this, but yeah, it was pretty fun at the time. back then I was use a bunch of Android. Like, crap, I don't remember when there was a time I didn't quote Android. Android this, Android that. You know, I stick into the really cheap $40, $45 phones. Like CET Maven, Motorola, or well, at that time I didn't know what Samsung was. Samsung was really expensive back. It was not really expensive back then. It's just more harder than heck to find.
I need a new phone.
Whatever the lessons you learned in school,
I can afford it.
whatever your parents taught you,
Why do you need a new phone?
none of that matters. You're not kids anymore.
Anyway, I don't remember what Samsung was like. I think they had the Galaxy S5. I don't remember. But there was also the whole LG lineup. I have a few of those. Had the LG Aristo 2 years ago. Had I think positive I had the LG Fortune. These are way older. Like, these are phones that not many people would recognize today. Because they're like, well, the Aristo you might the Fortune, who knows. But, you know, CET, it's like a hybrid. So that's actually my first intake with Apple Music. So help me, I've hated that on the Android. But, more story is, if you hear the name Apple, it's gotta be good. I mean, Apple does everything good. The computers, iPhones. Heck, I'd get an SE if it wasn't out of date, and if it had 64 gigabytes. Because we all know how much I go through data and storage. And you know, when phones still had when those old Androids start to get us what are they, SD cards, I went for like 10 or 11 a month, I think. Did I not, Mom? I know I went for like 10 a month once. And this for, you know, small files. Because I had a YouTube channel back then. I do not remember it. But I had like 2 subscribers. And I was making a lot of music content back then. But yeah, it's... You know, when you think of it today, all Apple is just another brand.
Since
but
he took a shower and I have to go to the bathroom, and we know he left the bathroom a dripping mess.
Anyway, when somebody hears the name Apple, they're thinking Android. Then they buy it. And they're like, where's my Snapdragon? It's like, I know somebody, well, I think I know someone, who bought an iPhone. And they go, dude, where's my Snapdragon? And they go, how do I update the OS, Android OS? I go, huh? And they had the iPhone 5. And I go, you realize that has iOS? And they go, what's that? I go, I'm no longer friends with you if you don't know your phones and what operating system they have. And so yeah, the guy was a total idiot. He didn't know.
You must be talking about Chris.
Yep. So.
No fever.
Anyway, my friend Christopher, who did this, kept coming over. How do I operate this app? How do I operate that? And the hacker just come out sometimes he just come over just to tell me, dude, I do this. No, really? And I still had my Androids at the time. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're telling me I do this. But I did this.
What? I said peekaboo.
And one day I remember me and my friend Christopher and his sister Alyssa, we were all sitting up in my room.
Is definitely smarter than her brother.
Mm-hmm.
She also happens to be Aiden's girlfriend.
Anyway, we called Apple. We were trying to get the iPhone 7. This when it first came out. We were trying to get this phone really cheap. We said that we were trying to get for our grandpa who was in the hospital and diagnosed with cancer. We were trying to get it for us. And Apple found every way around us. So, yeah.
I gotta take her out.
I'll watch High Society.
Well,
Because we
anyway,
watched
that's,
Wolverine.